Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Humanities Stream Plus members. Happy New Year. Woohoo! Yay! It's 2024. Can you believe it? Wow. It was only 2023 just yesterday. Well, I am streaming from Lafayette, Colorado. I would love to hear where you're connecting from. You can go ahead and put it in the chat. And I just want to thank you all for coming. I feel so blessed. I have to tell you, last month we had two people, and the month before we had three people. So I'm just really excited. There must be a lot of energy for the new year and it being January 1st. And maybe there's some more motivation in setting intentions, which a lot of people like to set goals, obviously, for January. So I'd love to help you with that today. So let's see where people are connecting from. Ethan from Cleveland, Ohio, Anaheim, California. I also lived in California a long time. Went to USC and UCSB. And Monterey, Mexico. Wonderful. Iowa, Prescott, Arizona. They're excited to be with us today. Wonderful, wonderful. So we have also West Palm Beach, Florida. Amazing. So how this is going to work today is I'm available here for questions at any time. So anytime you can put it into the chat, and you can either be on video or you can just be on audio, whatever you'd like. And what we're going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about intentions, and I'm also going to talk about the energies of the day and the time. So I always like to cite the gene keys and also Mayan cosmology and a little bit of astrology, but I'm not an astrologist. I'm no expert. I learn from others. There's an incredible astrologist that's part of Humanities Stream Plus, Sue Frederick, and I highly recommend when you get a chance, you can listen to the last live that we did together, December 13th. You can go to the humanitiesteam.org website and look at the live event viewing room, and you can pull down the little arrow and it shows past events, but it will really give you an idea of the energy of the year for 2024. And it's just helpful, I feel, to have some guidance there. So she has a really great course, also Sacred Numerology on Humanities Stream Plus. The other course that I would recommend is, and maybe some of you have already taken it, I'll say the class. It's called Bruce Lipton and Shamani Jane, Being Conscious Co-Creators. So I know they're still doing a lot of advertising for that class, but that's a really great masterclass to complete for this year, because it's talking about how to manifest, how to shift your vibration and frequency. So that's a really great one. And then they have a bunch of different classes on manifesting. So you can look at how to be a powerful manifester through Humanities Stream Plus, just to kind of get some insight, some different ideas, because a lot about manifesting is not necessarily just claiming what you want and setting an intention. A lot of it is about changing your frequency and your vibration to align with that which you want. So it's not something outside of you. So that's why when people say with the law of attraction, you want to claim that it's already done. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm in a loving relationship, but not like I want a loving relationship, because then it's something outside of your energy and your vibration. So that is something to just consider when you're setting an intention and you wanted something different in your life. Think about, okay, well, how do I need to change? Who do I need to be? So it's really about becoming that with which what you want. So if you are wanting to find love, I don't know why this is coming up, but love is coming up a lot. So if you're wanting to find that, how are you vibrating? Do you love yourself? Do you love all aspects of yourself? So, if not, really dive deep into that and find something that you love about yourself and just magnify that more and more. And if not, look to others. What is it that you love about me? And that might be a hard question, but maybe you can ask a good friend. And then start to magnify that aspect of yourself that others people love about you. Oh, I love that you're so giving, or that you're a good cook. And maybe you didn't even realize that because it comes so natural. Start to just feel that in your own being, in your body. So, a lot of setting intentions and manifesting is also about feeling it. So, what are you going to feel when it's done? Are you going to feel at peace? Are you going to feel love? Are you going to feel happy and joyful? So, it's not helpful at all. Okay, something that's coming up. It's not helpful to think about what has not worked in the past. So it's time to let that go. That was 2023, where you were thinking about, oh, this never worked, this didn't work. Okay, you got to stop that talk right now. There's no accident why you're here listening to me. I hope that I can motivate you to think about and state only what you do want, only what you want to create, because eventually your spirit and your being will start to vibrate out. And so the way manifestation works, when you feel it, it's only a matter of time, because there's also a divine timing of things. So we have the things that we do physically in the world to manifest, and then we have our energetic being and the way we're being in the world. So letting it go too. So not being too attached, because when we're too attached to something, the universe can't bring us something better. So another thing that I like to say when you're setting intentions, you say this or something better. Okay, so that's another tip. And Garth put something in the chat here, so so you can read that. Garth, so happy to have you here today. Happy New Year, everybody! Everybody that just joined us. We've got Broomfield, Colorado. That's right by me, and BC, Canada. Welcome, welcome. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the difference between goal setting and intention setting. So with goal setting, a lot of people will go into SMART goals, right? Make it specific, measurable, and that type of structure. So that would be a goal, and maybe it's time bound. You want to accomplish something by a certain time. But with an intention, it's a little more spiritual. So that might be slightly more vague. I like to be a little bit vague. You want to have clarity around what you want, but also say this or something better. So with the intention, you might say, I intend to feel love in my life, to experience love in my life. And so that might be an intention, and then release it as far as the timing. You might have a goal of maybe in a year or 6 months, But you also could say, release that intention to the universe or God, whatever you believe in, and say, in your divine timing, you can say, I release this intention to the universe, and I trust, having that trust and certainty that I will be aligned with it whenever the timing is right for me. So, like, say if there's another person involved, sometimes they might have some issues to work out. They're doing some healing before they can meet you, and then they're going to be their best self in the relationship. Or maybe there's some healing that we need to do, or I need to do, in order to be the best person I can be to have a healthy relationship, if that's in my destiny. So that's just a little bit about intention setting and why I feel like I get a little more excited about intention setting versus goal setting. Sometimes with goal setting, it may not work, and that is because our spirit or our soul may not be aligned with that. So you have to think about that too. If you've had a goal every year, a certain thing that you want to accomplish, and you haven't accomplished it, think about it. Is this really what I want? Is this in my soul's destiny? So thinking about that and just diving deeper into your purpose. How can I serve? Is this really serving my soul and also others? How can you serve others by setting your intention? So I also think it's good to start your day with some kind of spiritual action and intention for the day. Like maybe you can wake up, meditate. That's what I do. I meditate first, because meditating gets you in alignment with spirit, with the universe. So things can happen more synchronistically, and you can meet the right people that come into your life. And that's really wonderful to help you accomplish your intentions. You can also set an intention for the day. So an intention for the day might be, I want to have everything flow easily and effortlessly for the day. So that would be really wonderful. And so you just have to think about these things. Intentions can be something daily, it could be monthly, yearly, maybe today it'll be a year intention. And then you could think about, where is this intention coming from? Is it coming from my soul, or is it coming from my ego, or like what other people want me to do? Other people might want you to get a job or do something else with your life or travel. So make sure that it's your intention, that you don't have other energies clamming onto you, pressuring you to do something, or you think you should do it because society thinks that this is like the best way to live, So you define your own version of success. That's why I have my podcast called Zen Success, Moving from Force to Flow. It's about finding your own version of what that means to you. So, and then you can also think about, is this small intention going into a bigger intention? So yeah, so you can think about that. And so at this point, I wanted to ask if anyone here would like to raise their hand and state their intention if they had any. And I would ask, just choose one while you're speaking. So, and you can go ahead and raise your hand. You can, yeah, Garth put a comment. You can type your question or your intention in the comments and I can read it, or you can raise your hand. And if you don't want to state your intention, that's fine too. You can do whatever feels right for you. And I can give you some time if you haven't written an intention yet. You can take this time, take a few minutes, and you can write it. If you have a notebook, or if you don't have a notebook and a pen, if you want to go get it, I won't be offended if I see you leave for a moment and you can get it. Writing is really powerful. So words are magic. So I guess that was coming to me, that just gonna wait some people come back. But your hands are also magic, and your words are powerful and magic. So when you write, there's something that happens. There's a connection with your brain and your heart, and you can really start to feel it. And when you read it out loud, or you have it close to you where you can see it and read it to yourself, it's like a declaration to the universe. So it's really, really wonderful practice to get into. And I'm going to go ahead and read one and that you can see in the chat. For Louise, my intention for this year would be to become more serene, peaceful. Ah, that's beautiful. And to better accept what is. And I really love that intention. I feel like, Louise, that intention is aligning with the divine and also our own spiritual growth. I feel like one of the biggest spiritual growth lessons is to love what is. I think it's Rhonda Byrne that has a book called that. I haven't read it, but it really is. And I have two kids, so I have an 8 and 11-year-old. So they have their own destiny and their path as well. And a lot of times they need to explode, get angry, cry, express their emotions in order to move on to the next thing. And then they're all of a sudden they're just playing like nothing happened. So loving what is a wonderful intention. So I'm going to read some of these. So one intention is to sell my current property and reinvest in a healing center and community of like-minded, kind-hearted spirits. Oh, wow. And I think that's incredible. And then if you do that, you're going to have to let us all know what your healing center is so we can go visit, or maybe Humanities team can have a retreat there. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yay. And we can all meet in person and give each other hugs. I don't know, I was just feeling that. Okay. So we've got some great intentions here. My intention is to have 12 volumes of Heike Heart published. We have the first 7 complete and 1 to 4 published so far. Divine flow. So they're getting in the divine flow. And maybe you can have those on Humanities Stream Plus, or you have your own business where people can buy that program. Yeah, that would be amazing. So we have one here. This is quite a long one here, but I can read it. To powerfully publicly share my purpose in writing children's book series. Oh, that's wonderful. And so it's also to help overwhelmed, overworked teachers and parents. Oh, that's wonderful. And this person says, I release to the universe that's intention or something better in divine timing. Yeah, so that's a wonderful way to end the intention. So would anyone like to come on screen or speak their intentions? And if you're not ready, that's okay too. Okay. So Deborah says, my intention is to bring my program for children and schools into more schools and after school programs. Wonderful. So, and she has a course on Humanities Stream Plus platform. So if you want, you can put your course in the chat so people can look it up. And I'm going to go to Guranam, and I'm going to ask you to unmute. Thank you for coming. Oh, Rainbow. Thank you for sharing the ocean and the rainbow. We are all so blessed by viewing that and seeing your beautiful like garb and your smile.
Thank you so much. Well, just to give you a little taste, this is volume 3 of Haiku Heart. And what they are books that have kind of, I should take off my background to show this more clearly.
Are they powerful mandalas?
Powerful mandalas paired with powerful messages. So the idea is to take the message, hold it for yourself, look deeply into the mandala, let it speak to you, see what arises, and this side of the page lets you journal about it. And if you want, you can pull out a page and frame it. It's very versatile in that way. So
Well, they're works of art. That's beautiful. And haiku, is that Japanese?
Haiku is a short form of poetry that's 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. And because of a spiritual practice that I'm on weekly, that invitation got opened, and I just started to have like a floodgate open. And all these messages that are really, I mean, I read through this and I get so high. So,
well, that's amazing. Well, thank you for sharing. I appreciate that.
so the
And
other main intention, if I may, I'll
yes, say
be
your
very brief.
intention.
I really want to see a world that works for everyone. I do a bunch of volunteer work. I'm involved with community gardens. So if we grow food, have community, live for each other, support each other's dreams, um, just bring more well-being and happiness into a lot of people's lives. That's the vision that I keep holding and have quite a few different streams of bringing into reality. But when someone mentions something like, I want to sell my property and have a healing center, like that's the kinds of things we're working on as well. So yeah, that's why Humanity's Dream can be very powerful in networking people who are holding very similar visions, intentions, and it's easier to make something happen when there's more energy behind it.
Absolutely. I definitely believe that. Well, thank you for sharing and sharing that incredible intention. So I'll put you on mute now, okay?
You
Wonderful. And, I just feel called because of what Guru Nam was sharing to talk about the energies of the time. So we're getting out of retrograde. Mercury was in retrograde. And, the first is like such a powerful day, not just because it's January 1st, but there's just so many energies happening right now that are supporting us. And what you're saying, Guranam, about that's what's so great about Humanities Stream Plus is the networking and the energy of all of us together. And there is a lot of that energy in Mayan cosmology too. So I wanted to bring that up. And even though it's 1-1, it's also in Mayan cosmology, it's a 2 Kianal. So there's a duality of today in the process of growth. And also, there's a time between yesterday and until January 12th in Mayan cosmology, which is called the Trisana of Kej. And it gives the opportunity for us to reconnect with the energy of the natural world and strengthen the leader within each of us. So it's all about growth and things coming to fruition. And just specifically about this day in Mayan cosmology, there's this golden energy, so really pleasant energy of the day, a day of abundance, illumination, and it's associated with relationships. So that's why I was bringing up love, I guess, in the beginning. It's interesting, but not necessarily just love relationships. It could be friendships, it could be child parent relationship. So, in general, it's a day when it's possible for you to gain abundance through maybe struggle or self sacrifice. So spend some time tending to your seeds, tending to this intention. You set an intention. What is one task? What is something you can do in the physical world to help the universe make this come to fruition? Because we are spiritual beings, obviously, in this body, and we still have to take action for that manifestation to happen. But I'm so glad one of my business partner and friend, colleague, Karina Springer, is on this webinar as well. She has an intention to get her book published and get the healing system birthed through it and share the light with all. So she's my teacher and a partner and wonderful, has education about the energies of the time, and she talks about Sabian symbols. And I'm not an expert in that, so I don't get into that. But I'm not an expert in Mayan cosmology. I just think that it's really interesting. So my reference for Mayan cosmology is the 4 pillars. So I can put that in here, the 4 pillars, and that's .net. And that's the reference I use. Obviously, you can come up with your own. You can research it on the internet. But today also represents the ripening of the seed, the crop coming to maturity. And that represents us. You know, we are the light. We are that seed coming to our full potential. And it relates also to the arts and creativity. And the energy is just really fertile and prosperous. So, but then another contrast to that is that if it's too easy, then you might need a challenge, because things can kind of come in hills and valleys where we need a challenge. We need to struggle, but also to embrace that struggle as not like, why is this happening to me? But as a way to persevere through it, to gain strength. So a lot of the energy of this year is strength and courage. The year of the dragon is coming through. That's a little bit later, I believe, end of January for the Chinese New Year, the wood dragon. So really embracing that as well. So, and then Garth put a comment in here. I intend we all have peace in 2024. Peace is not the absence of conflict. That is wonderful. This is Nelson Mandela's quote. Peace is the creation of an environment where all can flourish, regardless of race, color, creed, religion, gender, class, caste, or any other social markers of difference. And it's interesting that Karina put in Chinese New Year is February 10th. Okay, thank you for that. So Garth, it's interesting that you put this quote up and your intention from Nelson Mandela when I was talking about struggle, because look at how much light came through the darkness with him and his life. I mean, what a hero. What a man of integrity and purpose and love for humanity and other people. But he did go through struggle. It's not like everybody has to have that intense struggle in their life, but having a little bit can make us feel good that we can weather any storm. So just embracing that a little bit. And I am going to also state another intention from the chat. is to ask for financial freedom with an ever-flowing amount of money continuously coming into my life. To be free of financial debt is my intent. Oh, okay, they have a question too. But how is the best way and the word to feel it? Well, I would say that's a very good question. For financial freedom, for me, it feels like peace, like a calmness. And but you have to tune in to what that energy feels like to you, because at first it might be joyous and excited, but then you have a trust and a knowing and a certainty that you're being provided for. And I would also encourage, okay, so this is something that is coming through, to take out the debt in your intention, that you want to have financial freedom, and that debt may eventually go away when you have that feeling of what it is to be financially free. And then eventually you'll start coming up with solutions. Oh, maybe I do debt consolidation, or and refinance, or do something like this, where you kind of come up with ideas, or ask the creator, give me an idea of how I can move forward in my life that will create more money. So, the idea with bringing more money into your life, you want to feel the same if you have negative $10 in your account, or if you have a million. Because your worth is from your being. So it's all about embracing your self-worth and value, and then also taking that and creating something in the world where you're bringing it out and sharing your light even more. So thinking about that as well. So, and I wanted to mention, everyone, that Deborah put in her course, so it's in the health, healing, and wellness section. So go ahead and check that out. You can click on the link. And oh, you're welcome, Ethan. So, and tune in. This is just my intuition. Tune into yourself, okay? Be sovereign of your own authority. You can take these other pieces of what people are saying and then think, okay, does this resonate for me? Is this true for me? Or maybe it's not. And then you move forward in your life with your truth and combine it with other people's, and then you become this laser focus channel that has an open heart and is open to receiving. So really work on that receiving muscle if you're working on financial abundance. Maybe there's some balance where you're giving too much in one area, and then think about, okay, how can I receive more? Because maybe there's abundance waiting for you right around the corner. I mean, I always think that abundance is always there, that maybe, okay, so maybe it's not in your bank account right now, but what about the abundance of sun that's outside, the abundance of ocean that's around you, all the trees? So going out into nature and connecting with nature's abundance can also shift your frequency to bring in money. So that is the same frequency of how nature lets go of the past, their issues, and then brings in the flowers in the spring and the abundance of leaves and everything else. So nature is a beautiful frequency to replicate for abundance and bringing things into your life. So I wanted to bring up also, Guranam has a comment here, respond to the question too. So she recommends a book, Your Money or Your Life. It gives you a path to financial intelligence, financial integrity, and independence. Okay, well, that's a great tip. Wonderful. I love that. So I want to talk a little bit about the gene keys. And thank you, Karina Springer, for sharing the gene keys with me. And all of the gene keys are a template, and you can go to genekeys.com and you can put in your birth date for your specific chart and get a free birth chart. So I'd highly recommend that for the year. Yeah, I'm getting some hearts from Karina to give you encouragement on your path. So the gene key for this time, so it was yesterday, 12/31 and to 1/5. And I'm just going to put this, not to distract you all, but I'm going to put this genekeys.com. So feel free to go to that when you have a chance. And you can type in your birth date and get in information and insight about your being and what your gift frequency is and other frequencies of your being. Okay, so the gene key 38, it will last until January 5th. So the shadow frequency, there's always a shadow of something to overcome, is the struggle. But through the struggle, we can persevere and there can be an honor. So the gift frequency of this number is honor. Are you being honorable? Is your intention in alignment with the honor that you have for yourself and your being? Is your ego involved? Is it so that other people can see you? If no one sees that this is done, you want to still be happy. You want to, because sometimes, how do I say this? If something really great happens to us and we share it with others, sometimes they can be like, oh, well, that's good for you, but that stuff never happens to me. So you don't want anyone to bring you down as a powerful manifester, so really be careful what you share. And I learned about this also, Karina. She's such a great teacher, told me about Kabbalah. So Kabbalah's wonderful spiritual teachings about not like bragging or your words are powerful, and thinking about, okay, is what I'm saying right now going to serve the other person? If it's there to inspire them and motivate them, and you really have that intention, then yeah, you can share it. So with the gene key 38, it's the key of a spiritual warrior. Can you be the effortless warrior whose deep loving wisdom sidesteps even the need for battle? So the true warrior does not wish to fight, and conflict becomes a dance, kind of like Aikido. So, oh yeah, Deborah Myers. I know I didn't check the website. Maybe Karina, if you have a second, maybe you could put that into the chat for everyone. But you don't have to go there right now. You can just research it at your own in your own time. But so the true warrior does not wish to fight, and conflict becomes a dance, which paradoxically brings an end to the conflict. So wouldn't that be nice to have that in war, where it's almost like Aikido, where you use the other opponent and you do a dance to defend yourself? So, or capoeira, the like dance, fighting. I don't know. I just feel like with the gene keys, it's a really powerful day. And also, I wanted to bring up, oh, there's Kabbalah, but Karina, can you put gene keys also? The gene keys website. Sorry to give you work here. I know she's supposed to be receiving. So now I wanted to talk about a day that's coming up that's also powerful. So it's a new moon. So Karina was talking about this. It's a powerful portal on 111. So mark that on your calendars. And thank you, Karina. So she put the Gene Keys and Kabbalah in the chat. So with the Gene Keys, you don't necessarily have to take a course, but it's really great to learn about yourself. So you can just do your birth chart. So mark your calendars for 111. With portal days, they are days where we can bring in more light and we can become even more powerful creators. I mean, our DNA and our frequency is changing now. I mean, that's why you'll hear a lot of spiritual leaders talking about we're becoming homo luminous, because our bodies are opening up to receive more light. And, on that day, 111, Jesus was an 11, a master number, and he is of the light. So I thought that was really interesting about that day. So, mark that. And think about, like, right now, think about, what are you grateful for in 2023? And what did you manifest? What did you manifest that you may have just breezed over and not even give yourself any recognition? So that can be something that you do on your own time, but this is just like a journaling exercise, or you can write it down right now. And also, what did you let go of, or is there something else that needs to be released? So think about that, because a lot of times we need to release to make room for something new in our lives. So that's why releasing was so important. And then that was the whole energy of 2023 also, was a 7-year, which is releasing and letting go. And then the 8-year is about abundance, as above, so below, the infinity symbol. So it's a really, really powerful year. So I wanted to read another intention here. My intention is to have in my crown, something in my crown chakra, my third eye, to be connected with my intuition, my guides, and my higher self, to help myself and others on the path and communicate the service of the soul. Wow. Now that is really in alignment with the divine. So I think that is powerful. And I know that that will come true for you. In fact, I can already see that it's happening. Like, even me stating it, you writing it, this is like the energy of this time. Like, even just having clarity and writing something down and claiming it, stating it, can start the process of change. Just believe it, that we are these powerful, magical creators, and it's our time. And there's this speed, there's this momentum that's coming, where things will start to manifest faster, because the energy of the earth, the planetary alignment, is coming into us, and our light is aligning with it, and things just manifest faster and faster. So, let's see what else we have. Okay. And then we have, I am so grateful for joining Humanity's team in 2023. Wow, that's wonderful. So we're happy to have you. All right. So if you haven't seen the websites, they're in the chat. So you can also just copy the meeting chat and save it. So that's really helpful. And then also, if you have friends that are on Humanities Stream Plus, this will be recorded and put up on the Humanities Stream Plus platform so that you could rewind it, or you could pause and do some of the exercises that I was talking about in the journaling. I just want to make sure that I give enough time for a quick meditation at the end. So that's why, you can do it now if you want, or you can really take your time and think about, what do you want to let go of? What did you already let go of? What are you in process of letting go of? And what are you making space for? So then this is where your intentions fit in and what you're envisioning for 2024 to be. So that's all I wanted to say about that. And I was just wondering if anyone had any questions. I did want to give you an opportunity to ask questions or put in the comments, anything. Oh, good. Thank you, Garth. He's giving instructions on how to save the chat. Okay. Well, I don't see any questions coming up, but I can, if something comes up later, feel free to reach out and you can email me. All right. Well, at this point, I would like to do a quick meditation. And for this meditation, you can turn off your camera if you'd like. It's up to you. But I would like you to have your eyes closed, and I'm going to stay seated because I'm here in front of the camera, but you can also stand. If you haven't tried a standing meditation, I highly recommend it because there's this energy and this flow that gets you in your body that's really powerful. And sometimes you start to do little like qigong movements. So for this meditation, I would like to have you hold one intention in your heart. So go ahead and bring that intention into your heart. Dear God, the universe, all that is and ever was, all the participants that are on the Zoom or watching later, holding their intention in their heart, may it become manifest. May all unfold in divine timing. Ushanatika aya uya 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 oya tikashaya aya tia. It is their destiny. They have worked hard. They've overcome struggle. It is their time to release. Coming into alignment. I want you to see yourself in that intention already done. Who are you with? Where are you? Are you in a field? Are you by the ocean? Are you in a home? Really think about that. What do you smell? This intention is already done. How does it feel? Keeping that in your heart. And just feeling so much gratitude for the journey. We appreciate the journey, God and the divine, because it helps shape us into who we are today. This is our spiritual growth. an unfoldment. Ina te ko ishi te kata iti aya uti na aya kutukutika ichi te kaya. Divine alignment coming to all of these beings for their intention to manifest now. And so it is. I should have told. Now we're going to see our intention is already done and set it free. We brought it into our heart and we set it free. We allow it to become manifest. We just set it free from our energy and we know it will come to us in divine timing, everything unfolding perfectly. And feeling our hearts and feeling our heart energy coming out and touching the hearts of everyone on this call. We are connected, protecting the energy, becoming sovereign, but still connecting our hearts, opening up our hearts to the people on this call. And then in your cities, states, country, maybe the people that we're connecting to, feel our intention and help us manifest it, for it is the highest and best good for us and all involved. May this or something better happen in our lives. And our heart goes out. Ooh, the energy of the world just connecting like a big love blanket to the hearts and souls of the world. And then feeling gratitude, bringing that heart energy back in from the world to our country, coming back. Ushnitika Aya. And state, city, our community here, humanities stream plus humanities team. And back into our hearts. And any energy that is not yours and not helpful, not serving you, I want you to wash it away now, like a wave of an ocean coming over you. And just let it go, let it go, let the water take that energy. And you can also call your own energy back to you. Any energy that is yours and is helpful that you need in your life to accomplish your goals, to give you energy and strength and motivation and clarity to move forward in your life. Bring that energy now in front of you like a golden ball. And now with that golden ball, you're going to feel it going into your being, going through your crown chakra. It's like golden liquid light going into the cells of your brain, your head, forehead, coming down your face, into your throat, through your body, through the muscles, the tendons, the bones, into the heart, the organ, and just honoring your heart for a moment, and giving it gratitude. Ushinatika aya. It beats uish, without you having to ask. It loves you. Send it love. Be connected with your heart. What does your heart need from you right now? Who do you need to become to accomplish your intentions? What is it that you need to let go of for the highest and best good of yourself, your family, friends, and community? Others are waiting for you to accomplish your intention. We're lining up, asking your heart, what do you need from me? How can I love myself more? How can I love what is, as one of the members asked earlier, accept what is, but even deeper, love, feeling that unconditional love, feeling it for yourself, vibrating higher and higher. May you all vibrate at the level of your intentions to be manifest. Now, coming down your body with that gold liquid light into the organs, down your torso, pelvic region, thighs, back of the legs, knees, inside the muscles, the joints, the bones, shins. That golden liquid light healing you, protecting you, down to the ankles and the feet. And thanking our feet for the journey that we've been on thus far. And being excited for the journey that's yet to come. You are strong. You can persevere. You can ride these waves to your intention. I believe in you. I believe in each and every one of you. It is your time. Claim it. Any light beings that joined us in this healing, please return. Calling your energy back to you. I call my energy back to me. You beautiful, beautiful beings. May all that you intend become manifest in 2024. As you slowly come back, you can maybe touch your body a little bit. You can touch your head. Feel, and you can open up, stretch. And for those of you who might not have heard of light language, or some people call it the language of the soul. So that was coming through. It's a healing language. And so they have messages. It's as you do more spiritual work, we all have it. We all have it within us. It's like the barrier releases between your soul and yourself, and you become more integrated. And then a language starts to come out that sounds kind of like Native American, or it may sound like Avatar, Avatar people. So anyway, I just wanted to explain that if that is new to you. So, but I hope you felt the energy. It's like the energy and the frequency of love. So many blessings. Um, and I just, Karina says, thank you so much. And Deborah, thank you. And it's beautiful. And they felt the vibrations in the heart. And many, many blessings. I know our time is up here. So thank you all for joining us. And may your intentions be manifest in 2024. Many blessings. Bye. Happy New Year.